Fnatic's turn to
Welcome back, everybody, to ESL 1 Manila 2016. That's the year. That's right. Can't actually say it's like the follow-up year. This is the first time ESL 1 has ever to the Philippines. Myself, first time to Philippines.
You were in ESL 1 Manila 2015, Toby?
No, it didn't exist.
That's what you think.
I know it didn't exist.
Okay.
Stop screwing with me. You know I'm tired. I've been here since the start of the day.
This is my first ESL 1, so don't listen to me.
Oh, that's it. It'll be your last as well. You're fired. God, get out. You're not allowed here anymore.
I had a good run, you know. It lasted, what, 6 hours or something? I don't know.
Yes.
I got in today, technically, because I got to the hotel at 1 in the morning, so I didn't even last a full day.
Technically, this is your first series as well.
Yeah.
That would actually mean you're a bigger ass than James, according to that kind of like time frame.
So, Winter, when are you getting fired?
Winter's never going to get fired. He's got too much knowledge to be fired.
Yeah. At least one of us brings the knowledge here. we Australians are known for our Dota 2 knowledge. There's a reason you don't see many of us on the competitive stage.
There's a word that goes with dumb, which describes us Australians.
Team Leaders turn to battle.
Time to talk about Dota, I guess.
Yes!
There's no picks yet. We can talk about whatever we want.
This band's, man. The Earth Spirit taken out. Respect.
The same.
Respect. Oh. Just to the hero. I don't even care about the team. It's just like to the hero.
You must be dying to see Earth Spirit nerf again.
He's a fun hero to cast.
You mean
like,
Earth Spirit? No. I just want everything else buff that destroys him.
Yeah, I mean, say what you want about the hero. He's actually fun to watch. Like when he hits like his clothes and
the only thing I think you could remove is just magnetize because it's eye cancer every time a hero dies to it. Like it's literally cataracts.
Just make it more visually appealing or grotesque.
Well, not visually appealing. Just remove the ability. Like that would be a good.
I'd still first pick the hero.
I'm fine with if it's just rotations. I'm okay with that. But it's just magnetized. How
about Invoker?
Invoker?
They don't pick Enchantress.
What would you even change with Invoker? Because I kind of feel like there's a lot of other heroes which are starting to counter Invoker in the mid lane. Obviously, he's still really powerful.
I think the double forge, like getting the double forge.
Yeah.
At level, I like the suggestion. Someone had to get level 9, but not level 8. Like, make it so you need 2 points in Invoke to get double Forward Spirit or something.
Is that really going to matter that much, though? Because Cold Snap appears to be, like, one of the strongest abilities
every
in the early
small
stage.
bit matters. Like, they buffed him so much, like, every spell got slightly buffed, and it reached to a point where the hero became so strong.
Let's just lower his base damage and then pick him in combination with a Ranger to counter that.
You just want some show range, Toby.
Hey, Quas-Wex Invoker with a Drow Ranger aura buff.
Very strong.
That is insanely strong.
With the Orchid build.
Yeah.
Nah, you don't need Orchid. You're going to push with Drow Invoker. You don't need Orchid.
Hey, you go full combat. You go full combat. So you go phase Aquila drums.
On Invoker.
On Invoker.
Yeah, sure.
I thought you were gonna say the Drasco idea. Get a blade mill.
On Invoker?
Yeah,
sure. I like it. Where's Drascal? Let's do it. Blade Mail too. That's nice. Blade Mail's legit, man.
Was actually a stab saying you have more knowledge than Drascal? That's the reason you're here and Drascal is not? Is that what you were playing for?
He just likes his blade mill Invoker.
Yeah, it's good.
Gives you armor, gives you damage, and you just run in. Like early game when you have Tornado EMP, Cold Snap.
Or you could have Aquila and Drums, which are proven to be the two greatest early items in the game currently.
Drums is like the poor man's blade mail.
The day Tinker becomes a thing again, I will support the blade mail build.
So right into the Invoker partner, the Bat Rider over here once more.
This is very similar, funnily enough. And then they banned the Oracle, so they counted. Like, I wonder if they take up both the Oracle and the VS in this game, because they were still fairly successful baiting out like very defensive yet not really effective swaps from the VS.
I mean, they have Haunt, so Bat Rider has vision, so he knows when and where to initiate, so it's easy for the Bat. So I mean, that's for.
Speaking of which, you perhaps ban Spectre here. Do you think?
I don't know. I don't feel Spectre was like the biggest problem. It was just the tempo that they had.
Well, yeah, you do ban Spectre, as I was saying. You ban Spectre.
Yeah, you're Fnatic and you're banning your own Spectre.
No, I was talking about Fnatic banning.
Oh yeah, just for
sure, yeah.
Okay, our overlay, cut it out. Yay! Now he's Team Empire and Fnatic on the
Yeah,
thing.
but the good thing about
Right.
like apart from the Venge and the
10
Oracle you guys
seconds
mentioned, the other
remaining.
hero that counters bad a lot is Night Stalker, but it's very difficult or near
5
impossible for
seconds
Empire to actually
remaining.
fit that hero because of their opening. You have
Yeah.
Enchantress and Doom.
So the Doom has to be your offlaner at this
Reserve
point.
time.
Like, you're not
yeah,
going to run a safe
I mean,
lane.
you can run
Stalker.
both of them on the off lane and have a support.
What was
like
the other counter? Oh god, what was it? Was it the Armlet Blink Dagger CK? I think was something which was actually experimented in the CIS scene. Because you do so much damage so quickly with that you can actually catch the Batrider and bring him down.
Team
Side.
Empire's turn
What was
to
it like?
pick.
Goldblack's team? Spirit?
It may have
Fnatic's
actually been that. Yeah,
turn to
it may have been Team Spirit that did it. Because they were running a crap ton of the CK. But there was a bunch of CK that then came out over the course of the next week after Goldblack first. I don't know if he was the first one to start the trend, but it's the first one I saw at least. Team Empire get more control, so they get the Gyrocopter and the Puck combo together. Doom bring a core, so we're missing more support.
10 seconds remaining.
Not just any puck, but the Scandal puck too.
Is this,
5
like, has he played
seconds
any other
remaining.
hero in this competition so far?
Not that I've seen.
Because I know he played out of one of
Reserve
his
time.
games earlier on for Team Empire. I'm trying to remember. Yeah. You have the reference, computer. Oh. Oh, we just Nox give me a thumbs up. Did he play anything else? Yeah, you could look stuff up. I can't. Fourth puck in a row. Okay,
10
there we go.
seconds
There we go. So
remaining.
yeah. So diversity is one of Team Empire's strong
Team
suits.
Empire's turn to battle.
As Fnatic will now get Warrior.
I mean, it's really good versus the three heroes, the first three heroes Empire have, Enchantress, the Doom, Gyrocopter. All these heroes don't really match up very well versus Ursa, provided you get the Doom on the Ursa first, before he does
Lancashire.
10
anything.
seconds
If
remaining.
they can stop the Enchantress creeps from looking at Roshan too, difficult I know.
5
They
seconds
actually have a really
remaining.
good line just to slip in and take it themselves. Early Invoker combining up with the Ursa, Batrider for
Yeah.
perimeter guard.
Reserve
I think the
time.
other more important reason is every time when you see a team, they have Lion, and you want to have a carry that's more self-sufficient in a lane, so you more or less compensate Lion being a little weak in the laning phase. And because Empire has Enchantress and Doom, it's very likely that they run these two heroes on the off lane to pressure your safe lane. So you want a carry that's more self-sufficient.
I'll say goodbye to your Enigma, so
Fnatic's turn
no
to battle.
straight up jungler. The Chen's still
Chen,
available
yeah.
in the pool if you want to do the Chen versus Enchantress play. But it doesn't seem to always work out that well for the Chen.
With the Ursa pick, I think it's less likely. If you want to go like more push-oriented, like Chen
Team
Invoker is good even when you're
Empire's turn to
against
pick.
Enchantress. If you have like a carry that kind of pushes better than an Ursa, but I don't know. Not really what I'd imagine to see DJ pick up. Venge pretty obvious, but something Empire actually, they're on the dire side, but they have no real Roche taking potential. The Venge would have not just been a counter to the Batrider, but opened up Roche for them, so I think they do have some limitations of their draft.
Yeah,
considering
but
they're on the dire side.
they wanted to pick
10
up the puck,
seconds remaining.
like because of the cores they have Gyro Doom, like Gyro and Doom are the
5
other two
seconds
cores which
remaining.
doesn't provide lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
So you need a mid laner that like there's not many mid laners that can do that. They can lock
Reserve
down
time.
for a team fight or initiate a team fight. There's like Park, that's like Wind Ranger's not that reliable, and the most reliable is Park. So it fits their lineup.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the process they had. They wanted a mid laner that would actually help them execute their team fights.
Roche. Maybe you get like a Shadow Shaman, get some more lockdown, and also have Roche taking potential with the Serpent Wards. It's a bit
I
squishy,
can't remember
but
the last time Empire actually played
yeah,
a Shaman.
it doesn't strike me as a King Art hero.
You said in game number one that
Uh,
Fnatic might have actually considered something like that.
I mean, like a hero that I thought would be good versus their heroes would be maybe Shadow Demon, but we haven't seen the hero a lot. He's very good versus Ursa, it's good versus the bat as well. But we don't see the hero.
but
at all.
Shadow Demon.
Yeah. as
The,
a
the
support.
last time I saw it was played by Artstyle. At
Oh, was it the
he
game he
maxed
got
poison.
10
Aghanims?
seconds
What?
remaining.
Was it the game that he actually got Aghanims?
I don't know if it was one of his recent games where maybe he did that, but
Fnatic's turn to
not
pick.
in that game. He never got any money to get anything in that game.
So this is another way of dealing with the lasso, but it's not instant. They have really good team fight with the Disruptor plus Puck plus Gyro. These three heroes provide a lot of team fight, good laning phase.
It's at least a nice combo to keep the Ursa in check.
Yeah, but if you talk about reliable lockdown, it's just like the coil. Like Glimpse is okay.
It's just when you also want to see like
10
Ursa would
seconds
normally
remaining.
go like early market madness kind of style. Like should he go something more
5
stable into
seconds
something like a
remaining.
BKB because of all the magical control he's up against with
Mhm.
Team Empire?
Reserve
Or is it still
time.
worth just getting that early like Mask of Madness continue progression?
He might still go like
remaining.
Mask or Madness, but then go for the BKB after instead of like the Aghanim himself. So Night Stalker. I was mentioning Night Stalker good versus the bad, but it's also good with the bad because it provides the vision, just like what the Spectre did for the bad the last game.
Do you think you can get away with just being kind of greedy, singing his jungle, Iron Talon, come out when it's 4 minutes in at nighttime?
They'll probably do that, I think.
Well, you could do that too, can't you? Because like the Ursa can just swap lanes with him too,
They-
so Night Stalker will get the safe lane.
They might actually just go, yeah, that's possible, but they also might start dual lane in the off lane together, like Bat plus
Bat,
Night
Night
Stalker.
Stalker.
Yeah, it's still pretty strong. Because Enchantress is going to jungle, so you have two heroes, like two tanky heroes at the start of the game to slow down the Disruptor, because you don't want to give Disruptor too many levels, because Disruptor is very, very powerful with levels.
I'm
So-
interested to see too if like
10
Fnatic want to
seconds
aggressively
remaining.
move, like an early smoke move into Team Empire's jungle, like restrict the Enchantress
5
camps
seconds
available to her.
remaining.
Possible, it's possible. I
Like
think
the level 1
I think
looks better
they
than
were
Empire's.
mentioning it, I think it was Cap or someone else, like whenever the enemy team has a jungling hero, you must always expect the other team to actually make a very early rotation to place wards and stuff. Oh, it was the Liquid game where Jirax got first blooded. Yeah, that was the game. So we'll see whether Fnatic actually decides to do that. And yep, Night Stalker doesn't have an Iron Talent, so no early jungling. He's
Instead, it's a rotation boots from DJ.
yeah, mostly gonna lane with the bat.
It's more the DJ style as well. He wants to be active from minute 1, whereas a player like FY is happy to kind of sit in his jungle, farm up a little bit with the Iron Talon, then come
Yeah.
out 4 minutes in.
You know, I want to ask a question. You know, I think like, among all the offlaners, like Ohio is one of the offlaners that places the most wards for his team. I wonder if there's a stat for that. Like, not many offlaners actually do that. Like, even
Knoxville just gave us like, I look at him like, Knoxville, get some stats,
Is-
and he looks
is
back
there-
at me like, it's late. This is like our last minute day. Like, I don't know, stats? What?
But here's the question mark: does Ohio actually buy the wards?
no, he doesn't buy the wards.
He didn't even buy the TP. He got pulled the TP there as well.
Wow.
I remember like Daryl, like we were talking to Daryl. Was it like during TI, and he was like mentioning, I don't like to buy wards. I have to buy the wards myself.
Even going back to his Nature's Prophet days for a hire, like he would get level 1 teleport and TP into the enemy jungle and plant
Yeah.
wards and stuff. So
Team player, you know, Parker.
for sure, responsible teammate.
So one rune apiece, I guess.
Yeah, by the looks of it. Only going to give it, obviously, to the mids.
What are they doing putting a high on Bat Rider? Clearly, mid 1s is better. Stats don't lie.
100% win rate was 85.7%.
Haz is probably like sitting somewhere like going like, oh, please.
Sample size, please. Sample size.
So no camps are blocked, so Enchantress is gonna have free reign. So Miposhka. Let's see whether he decides to help the off lane first.
Sneaky from Ohio. It looks like he's just going to try tuck himself in to get some.
Oh, he's gonna pull the
Oh, he's
creep. I
gonna-
think. Pull the
Oops.
Yeah,
Because
no classic Jimmy play.
unless Disruptor is near.
He is nearish.
At that timing, he actually, like, is she not going to be ready, right,
Glimpse.
to actually creep camp that? Because Ohio drives to before it hit the tier 1 tower. So that's a full wave of experience that Ohio will
that,
take.
that is extremely important for Bat because it's always about getting the level 2, so you have Sticky Napalm plus Firefly, so you can actually start jungling. So that is extremely crucial for the Bat. It's like when you see teams running the dual offlane with Bat Riders, the other guy will be stacking jungle. So once you get 2 or 3 stacks, that hero runs back to the offlane and then Bat Rider goes jungle, so you get a lot of experience.
Alright, so strike a little bit off target. TJ stacking, like the thing you're talking about, is being watched. The Dire Observer was seeing practically everything that's going on there. So they'll understand when Ohio is going to
Yeah.
slip over to it, but can they do anything about it? Like, they're seeing it, but
Enchantress,
Enchantress, I
grab a
guess.
tornado creep, come
Yeah.
in, steal it.
that
possible.
would be the douche play.
He's at the bottom lane right now, so he's gonna be helping the Doom like the last game.
But later on, like once, like Bat Rider's not going to go straight into that camp, so you could theoretically make that move later as your next smoke rotation.
Well, we're coming after net. They got Troll Trap into Sendor Stomp. Just kind of causing problems for the Ursa, but really not that many. Now, PMS makes it difficult to inflict heavy amounts of damage into him.
You could see like in both of the games like how much both of these teams are prioritizing and helping the offlaners. Like you see how much they value in getting the offlane a good start. Like some teams they value helping the mid more, but these two teams they value helping their offlaners a lot more.
Yeah, again, it's the stacking. Talk about helping the offlane as well. Ohio's blink
Yeah,
dagger.
this is just like the nice stuff. Oh, he missed the
one
stack.
little troll.
Tiny.
Oh,
Little hill troll.
that actually sucks.
You only just missed that as well. Like, I had the yellow box up for it. Oh, so this is the way Alpha can do some kind of damage. That early Infernal Blade level. Man, looks like Miposhka again wants to have another crack. He's going to run out of his skeleton minions in a moment. So he's only got the Centaur plus the Dark Troll Slayer again.
This is really good for Fnatic if Empire is not getting any kills with the Enchantress, because Fnatic is just waiting for the first nighttime to come.
Oh, hello. King R. No, Highest not going to chase that. He doesn't have any mana. Never mind.
So they're just waiting for either to go clear the stack, so Night Stalker can get experience on offlane and maybe some experience on the stack, and then wait for the nighttime to come. So hopefully when that comes, Night Stalker's like maybe level 3, 3.5, and then they'll look to make plays after that. So if Enchantress doesn't, I think before that happens, it'll be Fnatic's time to actually try and take control of the game when night falls.
This is when observers start to freak out. Because where the hell is First Blood going to be coming? This middle lane between Scandal as well as mid one, there's kind of been all out kind of brawling. And Scandal will only take him to just have a little bit of extra mana on him, and he can make.
Well, that's what we saw last game, where it was almost what was close to a solo kill in the mid lane with the turnaround.
While Miposhka's bringing down enough creeps, they could easily dive underneath the tier 1 tower against the Ursa 2.
And then top, you've got glimpse into Rocket Barrage, so
small Z-tower.
pressure's on Toby.
Yeah. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Okay, so 30 seconds to night, and Bat Rider's going to clear. Oh no, he doesn't have mana for Firefly. XY is very common, you know, Bat Riders when they go offlane, they have like one Clarities just to clear
Stun.
the stack.
Afterlife, trouble. Already started with that quick attack. Afterlife net. Is one more attack gonna do it? No, he's got a Centaur stuff. A War Stomp creep actually saves the Doombringer's life, and he gets back to a tier 1 tower.
You clearly had no faith in the War Storm, you know, like even from the last game, you're like,
Dude,
what?
who does?
I
Really, Winter, are you gonna lay that one on me, saying that I should have faith in a War Stomp, in a Centaur, and no Aura creep, and a Stomp that costs you 100 mana out of your 254?
Well, can't argue with the result, it actually saved him.
True. Would you like to judge that a little bit more from your armchair?
Okay, so nighttime falls and Bat Rider is taking the stack right now. So this is looking good for Fnatic since Enchantress didn't get anything done in the first 4 minutes of the game.
You say it's looking good for Fnatic, but you look at like the CS chart right now. There's a lot of red Dire heroes up there doing well.
Yeah, but I mean I'm just looking at like the hero composition and the potential of what you can actually execute in the early game.
And even though it's nighttime, I still feel like Empire are very stable, strong lanes. It's not like there's any clear openings for Night Stalker to say, oh, if he goes this lane, he can set up a kill.
Just a safe lane, I guess.
Yeah. The Night Stalker didn't really pick up that much anyway to start his rotations. Like, this guy's level 3. Like, he needs more time on the lane.
Yeah, he's gonna start to move soon, I guess. Like, I think bottom lane is like their safe lane is like the easiest lane to get a kill on. Unless they rotate another hero to top.
And DJ does have a TP, so either rotate +1 hero towards top lane or DJ TP. Okay, he's got TP bottom.
Bottom lane, here's the attack. Nice stun, Miposhka. Oh, he's still alive. No, he's not. TJ will come in. The Void to do the job. They've still got the Hadouken creep ready. In 1 second time, he's body blocking up TJ, making it difficult to get away, allowing Scandal his time to rotate down to get the Dream Coil follow-up orb. So a 2-for-1 trade-off. And looks like First Blood. There's that glimpse into Rocket Barrage we were talking about. Ohio had a lot of 6 shots up his sleeve, and now he's actually going to turn to Firefly up. He'll take a kill. He almost got it. He's actually going to get it with a follow-up stun from 3-4-3. He turns 0 into 2. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We actually, because that was so close, we actually get the results in the team fight recap from both the top and the bottom lane fight.
And regen. Like a regeneration rune for Bida. Alright.
I mean, he deserves it after those plays.
It's a real thing. 3-4-3 as well, getting involved at the end. It's going to do wonders for his level progression. And Ohio is going to trigger regen, Firefly up. He's now going to do it. There's your Hex. 3-4-3 does the leather unavailable, which will mean an extra 2 sticky napalm charges, and Ramses even flame breaks back in again, and he'll burn out. That is now 2 very quick deaths, but at the same time, the Invoker was picked off by a, I'm assuming a smoke movement from Team Empire.
Not sure.
Disruptor had a smoke. All his spells were up.
No, yeah, they did use one smoke. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was used by Enchantress then.
Alright. Interesting. Yeah, this Bat Rider is having a hell of a game, and we're just 7 minutes in.
2-0-1, not too shabby.
Yep.
Normally it's the Night Stalker you look to see like those early plays out, but DJ was involved in the bottom one at least. Oh, mid one.
Oh
You
dear.
can't TP onto a tower.
Sunstrike. Does he have Sunstrike?
He should be able to.
Oh, cooldown. He's on.
But the Forge Spirit is obviously a really, really weak unit. He's gonna. You actually defensively have to use a smoke to escape a Forge Spirit.
Okay, he's gonna try for the Sunstrike.
1 second.
Radiant's bottom
See?
tower
Invoke?
is
No,
under
he's not gonna
attack.
try.
Invoke?
Oh, you gotta at least go for it.
Invoke?
Dire's top tower is
Wait,
under
just
attack.
wait till he gets back to base. Like, that's timing to get back to base.
Nah, he's not gonna try.
Soft.
So there goes another smoke for Empire. I mean, that's gonna affect the tempo of the puck especially, because you don't want to like, waste too much smokes early game. Because when puck gets to the dagger, you want to be smoking around, getting the kills and initiating the fights.
Because of the move back by at least the disrupt, like now the tier 1 tower in the mid lane takes a little bit of extra damage. We're seeing teams like throw their bodies against these towers to protect them throughout today's games.
Yeah, like tower is like map control, and map control is very, very important when the game is played at such a fast pace. You know, like you want to be able to back up faster than your opponent. You want to have like more heroes in a certain area, especially like the towers near the Roshan. Like all this is very, very important for the early to mid game.
And especially a team which is always looking to stack up to get that like Bat Rider Blink dagger up a little bit earlier. The Jarakov will be looking for all of his stacks as well.
He almost has his blink already. Like again, like with Bottle and Tranquils this early with blink.
Yeah, you maybe see like an 11, 12-minute blink dagger if you just go brown boots blink, but he's not skimping. He even has the magic stick to go with it. So
How's the puck looking? My puck actually went treads as well as Naltal.
Yeah, that's why like sometimes you see players. I think especially I think Dandy, like he sometimes rushes the blink without the treads.
It's because he normally goes like he goes blink and then boots into Midas, right?
Yeah,
So he can
depends on the
transition a bit
games.
quicker into his next phase
Like,
items.
The reason why players do that is because of the tempo. Like you want to get to that tempo where, because if you buy
Radiant's
treads,
top
you slow
tower
down
is
your
under attack.
crucial tempo by maybe 4 minutes or 5 minutes. Like sometimes there's a very early fight happening and you don't have the blink, and you want to have the blink for that fight.
Yeah.
and with a hero like Jarakov, I feel having that really timely
Ooh,
blink
this-
goes a long way.
This wrap around, DJ's gonna turn on the darkness, so they won't even see it coming in net. He's ready to fight. He winds himself up, and now Ramsey gets destroyed. The Invoker Sunstrike will do the work. The Hex from 343 allows the S control, and Net will find that kill as well. But Scandal, gotta be careful. Mapochka wants to do a little bit more damage than Impetus. Net! Oh, they get the Doom. Oh, the denial! The Doom actually allowed DJ to take the kill away from them. The tier 1 tower on the top lane will still belong here to Team Empire unless DJ's gonna... No! Okay, he's gonna lose his life for that attempted denial. Should lose his life for that. Will lose his life for the attempted denial.
Yep, but
Invoker
Invoker got
mid tier 1.
the mid tier. Yeah, Invoker got the mid tier, so it was
Radiant's
okay
top
for
tower
Fnatic.
is under
But
attack.
I mean, Empire just brought everyone to that fight. They were ready to take Fnatic head on.
so both teams lost their carry. Like Gyro and Ursa both died. Yep. But Empire got an extra kill. But both traded 1 tower. So I mean, it's
And
all...
Empire had to bring 5, whereas Invoker gets like a solo
Yeah.
mid push and tower. So I feel like it's a pretty even trade all in all. And the mid tower a lot more important at any stage of the game. So
Yeah, because that actually allows the Ursa easier
Keep
access
your eyes on
to
bottom.
the rush.
Ramsey's backing up. But they may just force the issue anyway. 343 just hit his level 6. So Finger of Death's available for them now. So they got some really good nuke.
Yep. Smoke top. Bat Rider has his blink.
this is the Lasso Sunstrike gank impossible.
I think he didn't actually see him.
He's sticky napalmed.
Oh, okay.
he's sticky napalmed the entire Enchantress army. Yeah, so Mapochka gets the hell out of there.
I mean, he can still TP, like, because the enemy doesn't see him, so he can still TP to bottom lane if he wants to initiate a fight elsewhere. Like, he's still not showing himself on the map, so the enemy doesn't know
Dire's top
where
tower
he is right
under
now.
attack.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's really important when you're playing like Bat Rider, you're playing Beastmaster, you want to stay off the map as much as you can.
Well, Empire kind of have to take a gamble here because they see Ursa top and then they also see 2 or 3 heroes bottom. So they're like, okay, which of these do we defend? Where is the Bat Rider? They kind of have to know with Bat Rider start he's going to have a blink dagger, but you're kind of scared as to whether you defend top Bat Rider's behind net or do you defend bottom, and then suddenly Bat Rider's going to be behind DJ.
Yeah, it makes it very hard for the opponent to play. So right now, Empire, they are going to have the blink on Park right now. He's 2200 gold. So they're going to wait for that before they make a move, but they only have like 1 smoke available.
Yeah, they just got onto the disruptor.
Yeah, and their next smoke is on in 10 minutes, so they have to make this count.
Well, bottom lane, this is an easier kill when Half-Life's a little bit too far out. Sunstrike, it's enough earlier damage. They're going to find that kick off the Dream Call. Okay, it's not going to do the work Scanner wanted it to do. Disruptor already we thrown out, but King Art could not hold them in. It's not a guaranteed controller. Even the Glimpse back over from mid one, he needs a little bit of space. Turns himself around onto Popka. And King Art's going to drop. Mid one wants to fight.
Man, Ohio even bottling the Invoker, like mid one in the middle of the fight. What a player.
I mean, he's just in the right place. He spends so much time hiding in the trees above the top T1 tower, and then as soon as there's a fight bottom, I'm like, oh, this could be bad. Ahayas might be here, but no, he's there. He's ready.
This is so quick as well. With Empire losing so many heroes, if mid one could get rid of this tower before the like the respawn times, then there's no TP to instantly come and be on top of that tower. Attempted denial from Enchant was going to miss. So this means now Roshan belongs to Fnatic with no way for Empire to bring in reinforcements.
Yeah, and I agree with Toby as well. I think that Afterlife in the last fight was just he was just way too far up, like out of position. Like he shouldn't have been so far up. Like considering Fnatic were like missing for quite some time. So that mistake allowed Fnatic to get a tower and get Roshan. So that is absolutely huge.
And unlike last game, there's no insta
But
swap,
either placing
save
wards.
him or something.
Oh, he wanted to. He wanted to place a ward.
I think he actually placed the one at bottom tier 1 too when they went for that push. He kind of swung in, at least swung in from where that ward was. I'm not sure if he planned it.
I mean, like we had a stat earlier, but it was comparing like Ohio placing wards with his own teammates. Obviously, the supports would place more wards.
he was
I'm like
still pretty high.
Yeah, I'm talking about
considered.
comparing him to other offlaners. Like he places a lot of wards. Like I think him and Ice are probably the two offlaners that places the most wards for their team.
Well, when you play such maneuverability, like maneuverable heroes like the Batrider, it's a lot safer putting them out in the front lines than your supports.
Yeah, especially when you have a spell like Firefly, it's easier for you to get wards placed.
Yeah. Probably a lot more difficult as well for your opponent to work out exactly where you put him. Because you're like basically going over cliff sides and everything else.
Yeah, especially when you're Prophet. It's like there's no way the enemy knows where you place the ward if you actually TP into the trees and place them. So
See, there's your new nerf coming for the next patch. Prophet. He'll actually have his old TP.
oh, the one where you can't actually TP into fog. Like,
Yep.
Unexplored terrain.
That nerfs a lot of heroes. Remember the old like anti-mage where you want to like blink juke on a cliff and it's like, oh, can't blink up there.
It actually meant much more like too with like your initial scouting of treants. Like the past they would like then say like you can go this way, like you can TP onto this point. So it's even more important to kill off those treants, but not just a pull thing. Okay, so bottom tier 1 tower is going to belong to Team Empire. They bring all 5 men.
Yeah, but
Look
look
at
at
this
what
bottom lane.
Fnatic's getting. They're like occupying the enemy jungle. They're occupying mid lane, the top lane, so they're getting more space and more farm across their heroes.
But Team Empire, like, we're taking out this tier 1 and tier 2 tower in mid. Shouldn't be too difficult to rotate to the tier 1 tower and the the bottom lane to rotate into the mid lane to take out the tier 1 tower.
Yeah.
They might be able to control
Fnatic
the
will
Fnatic
fight them, though.
jungle.
That's the thing. Fnatic's going to be not letting Empire get too much in exchange.
They
might-
still don't see the bear either.
always missing from the
Oh,
map.
they're going to smoke actually. How many TPs have we got? Like, TPs on Lion doesn't
I'm
have
gonna
a
wait in the
TP.
middle lane, I guess.
Let's got his. Okay, everyone but Lion has a TP to come to this. But they're actually, the Lion's being drawn down right now by 343. Basically saying we should attack at this point. Instead, they can kill couriers. That's the only advantage if they want
Yeah, they
to.
want the fight. They're going to ignore the courier. They're hoping.
How much do you think Empire was just using that courier as bait? Like, they'll kill it. They'll kill it. We know they'll kill it.
Oh, Fnatic just didn't wait long enough.
No.
Just-
Ahaya's still in
their
a
smoke-
pretty good position.
Their smoke ran out.
He's getting randomly blink, lasso, scandal, right there behind him. However, Net, he jumps into the middle of the disruptor ulti, gonna get doomed as well. The flame break starts to burn on top of Team Empire, and Net, well, he's taking through a lot of this. Remember, he's got the Aegis Immortal, so even if he dies right now, what really of value has been lost? The Park is down, the Doom will join him, and the stun too short from 343. But that's a Puck and a Doombringer going down for the cost of your Aegis the Immortal. Mid one probably stop taking damage from the tower. Will be helpful.
That was still a really good move from Ursa to blink up. Like Ned actually blinked up and he tanked all the damage with his ultimate. So that was even though their initiation didn't really work out as planned because the Glimpse actually cancelled the lasso, but Ursa bought enough time for his team to actually get there. So that was really good play from Ned.
Look at the difference in net worth. You got 9.5k over on the Invoker to the 5.9k of the Doombringer. That's the difference. Now, well, Finger of Death drops that dead very, very quickly. Ohio hardly even controlled him. Now Scandal, well, he'll actually have a nice little combination here. The Dream Call into the call down, allowing him to pick off the Lion. The 3-4-3 is down, but Net just turns on the Enrage. Chase up after Afterlife, but he can't do it anymore. Scans back into the fight, and the Impetus damage, if that's long enough, Net will take a fall. You still have this pesky Invoker running away, so they can't control him, and the Night Stalker is also a way to safety.
Yep, they just got a bit like over eager. They went for the kill behind the tower with the finger, and they paid the price for it, a very heavy price.
It's kind of reminiscent of that last game where they get this lead and then you just get a little bit over eager, need to just settle down, but it's always that wake up call where it's like, okay, we've got control, let's just go back to what was working for us, slow the tempo down a little bit while still at least maintaining map control.
Yeah, their secondary tempo is like the Axe for the Night Stalker, and obviously the 4-star from Bat Rider. Those are the two key things, and the gem as well. These are the three most important items that they want to get on Fnatic before they try and progress and, you know, push the high ground.
Is there any other critical item you want to see on mid one too? Like he's got his BTs as well as his Yule Scepter.
I mean, it's not so important whatever he gets. I think the other items that his teammates are going to get are more obviously getting like his Aghanim's, his Knives, and whatever items that are going to help him in team fights, maybe even the BKB. But I feel like the other items, like I mentioned, the Aghanim's, the 4-star, and the gem, these are the three most important items that they want to get on the Night Stalker and the Bat.
Yeah, I agree with. I mean, just looking at Empire's vision right now, they have complete. A lot of that goes back to they've got complete control of this Radiant jungle now in terms of wards. So that's something that the gem on Bat Rider can at least help deal with.
Hex, they're going after Afterlife, but you don't have yourself a Finger of Death. So there's no burst damage against this Doombringer. Plus he's got 1600 life. Triggers off the drums and 3-4-3. Maposhka right behind him. Impetus damage galore. You'll need one more, and that's it.
Oh
Hadouken almost trying to steal it there from Afterlife. Not going to happen.
Oh.
And Rams is left to come clean up the top lane. So even though they do find 2 kills,
I guess we got ourselves the game again.
how close of it? Okay, so you've actually lost almost a 5k advantage for now.
Yeah, that's pretty substantial. And Bat Rider's 4-star has been delayed again. With the last two
They're coming in for the fight. Ramses already feels it though. Maybe a little bit too early on that darkness, because it kind of like sprung the trap before Net was in position to make a play.
He also wanted to pop it like before minute 20, before the actual night. Like, you see most of the players, they pop their ultimate before the night kicks in. So he still wanted to use it anyways, but didn't get the gank going for his team. So 300 gold away from his 4-star on the bat. They really need the force before they try to make another move. How about Roshan? Roshan is in a few more minutes.
And that's probably where Fnatic for now are looking to just keep these lanes pushed out, keep Empire under a bit of pressure. That unfortunately by doing so they've given up a few pickoffs here and there, but
yeah,
ultimately it's very much playing around their strategy.
I mean, it's also the vision in the jungle that's allowing Empire to decide where the pickoffs can happen and the vision that they have.
This timing from 3-4-3, the Observer ward to break the smoke. Oh no, he walked away a fraction of a second too early. Maybe he realizes what's also happening. So he's just on the run, and there's your blink. He'll get away from Scandal. They'll actually send through, Dream Coil, and the damage. Okay, they use Glimpse. He probably would have died anyway to the Dream Coil trigger, but
that's actually such fast reactions from him.
They call that muscle memory, Parker, sometimes. You know, you get stunned like immediately after that, you just double tap.
All I know, Winters, I don't know what that's called because I can't do that.
Alright, looks like our Highest going to come down the bottom lane. There's already a very aggressive Observer ward, which is just out of range of the Sentry, so... Empire... That really is only just out of range.
Look at the wards they have in the enemy jungle.
Yep. They've had all of these up for the last 6-7 minutes too.
And this is actually literally keeping them in the game. All the last few pickoffs have happened around this area. Yep.
Oh, Yule Scepter is actually going to bring the Bat Rider in a position where you can glimpse it back just far enough. The Scandal could try and make a play. TP out, there's no Dream Coil, but they have more than enough damage to get the kill on the Bat Rider.
Alright.
5 pickoffs in a row, unanswered. I think it was 12 kills to 7.
When was the last time we saw Invoker involved in any kind of action? Like, both Net as well mid one, they've just been dodging with everything. It's Ohio that's been getting caught out.
The plan, I think, because Fnatic are very much trying to finish off those key items. The 4-star, the Aghanim Scepter on the Night Stalker. So it's like, okay, kind of play split up, try and get your farm, finish these core items, but you can't be getting picked off as you do so. But with Empire's fantastic vision, they're finding the pickoffs.
Well, 3-4-3, Sunstrike, right on top of empties. And this creates a lot more space. 3-4-3, however, going to get glimpsed back in again. He does have his Son of Valve. Okay, no, he doesn't.
He tries it again.
Bit ambitious.
He's okay with that, though. Like, you've just gone up a Gyrocopter, you gave another kill to the Invoker, who's almost level 16.
You call that ambitious, I call that muscle memory again.
He just used Dream Core, let's instant TP away.
But Roshan is up and Empire scouts it up. They have the lads on the Doom.
But Night Stalker Ags.
Real nice time to get that for DJ.
So Fnatic
fine.
have most that they buy the Invoker buys the gem.
He's been,
He's so
involved
rich.
with creeps all the time.
He's the one with he's the guy with almost 14k net worth. Come on.
Well,
And he
very-
could do something for his team.
It's very much like we want to fight now. We just got this Ags. Who can afford the gem?
And
like
and
no
they,
one-
they
no one
realize
could.
like the reason why Empire's getting all these pickups is because of the vision that they have, and they are not able to like pinpoint the location of the ward, so they need the gem.
Here's your attack. Empire's coming down south, however, they are missing one of their players, it's the Disruptor. Playing up a big control factor, and the Observer Ward's already down. So Empire's movement's being watched very, very closely by Fnatic.
Yeah, this fight is very, very crucial. Whoever wins this fight will get Roshan as a reward.
Are they even going to fight? Like, Fnatic, like, this Observer Ward's got their entire team coming down. Like, don't you just dodge at this point? Like, BT the Invoker off its lane?
But they can't leave, like, they need to come
Yeah,
back.
they need Roshan, don't they?
They're gonna
Can't
smoke.
TP anyone up there.
Okay.
Die had no vision
Night
there.
Stalker has to give the Bat Rider the vision.
Here they come. So the vision inside the pit, they see everything. Batrider, he goes to Ramses, Roller goes down, but already Ramses, he's getting fully clipped up by Ohio. And Afterlife, he got pushed up on the hillside. He can't win it. Maybe he could throw a couple of pebbles down there. He doomed up net, but there's still no follow through. So you've actually got two heroes. He's still burning inside the firefight. It's not enough damage, or is it? With a flame break, yeah, he's gonna burn out. They're taking out 3 heroes of Team Empire. Fnatic will make it 4 as the Enchantress runs away, but net back into it. Ursa will end the unstoppable streak, and even the shards are going to die as well. What is that kind of death animation for it?
Batman is the man of the moment there. Oh my god, he just deleted 2 heroes for that fight.
That's clip notes of that fight.
Oh my god.
Oh, good play, Roshan. Scandal. It looks like he's trying to go for a bit of a fun play. Roshan just got killed by the dart.
He got the last
He actually killed it with the orb.
Oh, alright,
You're
something.
in
That's
luck
sometimes.
Yeah. You still lose the against the Immortal, however. That's going to be in the hands of Ned. And you've just lost one huge-ass fight. That's when these grubs can start swinging back up the way for that.
Yeah, they actually, I don't think they knew about the Aghanim's, that's why they were not ready for that fight. Because they thought that there's no vision for the Bat Rider, but unfortunately Aghanim's was already up on DJ, so it allowed Ohio to do what they did in that fight. It was just like, he pulled the gyro up the cliff, flame break, the Doom on the other side. Basically
And
the
then
fight.
the Deafening Blast pushed the... It was the Deafening Blast.
Oh,
that
it was
pushed-
the
no,
Deafening-
yeah,
Oh, it wasn't the
Invoker.
flame break?
No, no.
Oh, okay.
It was Deafening Blast from Invoker.
Alright, so the fight was basically over
Yeah.
after.
Yeah, so a higher cliff one, mid one did another, and like at that point nothing can do.
And like the disruptor even reacted. King R actually reacted really quickly. Like he immediately dropped the static storm when he saw the Bat Rider.
Yeah,
But
on
yeah.
top of themselves, which
Yeah.
was definitely the best play you could make.
But isn't that the problem you're talking about during the drafting phase? It's not an instant control, and it's not that. You almost have to hold them in position with Dream Call first, 100%, and that just didn't happen.
Yeah.
Empire won't be the one getting the jump. Not as soon as they have to counterplay for
but
initiation, they're in
it's
trouble.
against Aghanim's Night Stalker.
Oh,
so
Yeah, so
that's-
you have to counterplay.
They also take Roshan very slowly as well with their draft, so they were very much kind of taking a gamble there, praying that Night Stalker did not have that Aghanim Scepter.
So, I mean, at least they got the Roshan kill. That's like the consolation prize.
That's not a lot to write home about. It's like, hey, you just played in Wheel of Fortune. Have a board game so you can experience all of your losses all over again.
Well, at least it was something, you know, for the team. So, Poshka's gonna get his Aghanim soon. So, that will actually enhance their output, the damage output they have a lot. So,
He seems to be doing a lot of the damage for his team.
yes, they have to
Because
wait
this
for that.
Gyrocopter still just an SMY, and now, well, he does have the BKB done for Ramses. Just got completed 26 minutes in.
I mean, it's gonna somewhat help him against the Invoker and the Lion Finger. So it's okay.
I always get concerned when a hero like that turns, because it doesn't seem right, but it does when you look at
Man,
at the dire side minimap.
Those two spirits did like almost 1,000 damage, like with the whole thing. Oh my god.
Mid one's just like, he's pulled them all up to the top lane, and then the rest of Fnatic just take the tier 2 tower on bottom.
And Empire have to respond to this. They can't counter push top lane. This is already getting deep onto their side of the map, so...
Well, Fnatic doesn't need to go anywhere. They need to wait another like 350 gold for mid one to have his own BKB.
They'll wait for nighttime too, but they can just leave the Forward Spirits pushing the lane, and those Forward Spirits will force heroes to defend, and all you need is a hero defending a lane, and that's going to lead into those lack of initiation opportunities.
I mean, right now they just want to like contain Empire because they have the superior vision with Night Stalker, and like what Parker mentioned, wait for minute 28 nighttime, and just slowly suffocate the enemy, get a pick off. And Empire doesn't have a very good way of, like, apart from the Dream Core, they don't have a very good way of picking the enemy off.
BKB galore.
Yeah, doubles. God, Maposhka's gonna have to do so much damage in this upcoming fight.
Yeah, I think it's like he's the key hero that Net can actually target down in the fight. I think as the Ursa, you want to remove the Enchantress every time you see her in the team fight.
Even as someone like the Lion, if you're 3-4-3.
True. That's true too.
They still haven't delivered that BKB to mid one, but Ohio wants to jump. He doesn't find a target.
That's every outer tower down now, so with Fnatic still having Aegis, very much it will turn into Empires. How the game has changed. You look at 5-10 minutes ago, Empire had 3 or 4 wards up in the Radiant jungle, they were pushing out, all it took was one Night Stalker Aghanim Scepter and complete map control lost by Empire.
Actually, what are they have not a single ward. Yeah, that's kind of harsh. At the same time, Fnatic only have one observer ward of their own, but they've got a Night Stalker.
Yeah, DJ is the...
Split 4-3 from Moska, primary target, the Deafening Blast, pushing him down, but not down far enough. As Net's BKB as well as Range going to work. Afterlife taking a fall pretty quickly. Net needs a little bit more damage, just 7 stacks, but he'll lose the Aegis to the Immortal. While the Gyro and the Puck, they're picking up the rest of Fnatic on the back line. The Blink Away will be coming out from Net, and maybe now he'll try and mow down Afterlife. He'll get it as well, but now completely isolated underneath the Empire lineup. And Fnatic, is it's another one of these fights where the swing just slaps him in the face.
Oh my god, that was so close. He almost got the glimpse off. Man, that fight they actually like overworked really deep. They didn't kill the Enchantress with the finger plus Sunstrike combo. So their initiation was clean, and Puck actually caught the backline there, so it was a very good counter initiation from Scandal. And they got the gem as well from the Night Stalker.
And watch the experience and gold dip back down again. Bringing our game a little bit closer.
Yeah, I think like the best way again is just to wait for the bat to initiate. I think that's like the most secure way for Fnatic to actually start a fight and make sure that they...
Well, they tried to do it, they just weren't really there.
I mean, they started the fight with the Lion.
Yeah. You get your bat, initiates, pulls one in. Even if there's a glimpse onto the bat, the 4-star back is instant, so that still gets pulled away from the rest of his team. And then Lion can impale, finger, burst that target down, so... You force the fight where you're already positioned rather than where Empire are close to their high ground.
Mm-hmm. It's like much lesser chance of the situation going badly. Like it's much harder for the opponent to react to that. Whereas if you do it with the Lion, it's not so reliable. I mean, Fnatic is still in control of the game with the Night Stalker, so it's
like Empire's cowering inside their base at the moment still.
I mean, this is the type of game where you are behind and you're against a Night Stalker, a vision controller. So it's not much they can do about that.
Mm-hmm. They should get any... No, they didn't. I thought maybe in that last minute they'd get a single obs up somewhere.
Oh, Shadowblade. Interesting.
Interesting choice as well when you're going up against a Night Stalker with Aghanims and Gem. Oh,
Gem
sorry,
was
actually, yeah,
just
there's no
taken
Gem.
away, yeah. And you know there'll be another gem coming up soon again, but if Fnatic, part of when you want to starve your opponents and keep them in their bases, you have heroes pushing in all 3 lanes, and that's where the Shadowblade
I actually don't like this so much though, because I feel like the only way like Empire can get back to the game is like maybe win a team fight, and BKB will probably help them better with winning the team fight, because I'm not sure how much you can actually get done with the Shadowblade.
Well, I think you can also get back in the game by finding pickoffs.
Yeah, it's more difficult because it's against a Night Stalker. Maybe if against other heroes, I would say yeah, Shadowblade can actually allow him to do that. I'm not sure. He might still be able to pull that off.
There's been a number of times when the Evoker's off by himself, like split pushing a lane,
Yeah,
for
that's
example.
true.
And
That's
that's
true.
where the Shadow Blade can help initiate.
So they want to get a new gem. Do they have a new gem? No, 1
On
minute.
cooldown, I believe.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, for another minute.
So you want to wait for the new gem in 1 minute, and Roshan will spawn about that time as well. So those are the things that I think need to wait for before they make their next big move.
Well, they find an opening. And Ohio's going to jump. Blast through, drag it back a little bit further into the Sunstrike. And they have enough damage.
That is actually one tankier Enchantress. Sunstrike, Meatball, Deafening Blast. Boy.
Radiant's top tower
They still need to find a little bit more than this, though. Like, the Observer was able to reveal a little bit, like, the Scandal was moving around inside that inside that dire jungle. But you're 35 seconds until the Enchantress is back. Is this when you can go? Like, you got no lasso. Is it still doable?
top tower is under
Try not to overextend. Like, just do as much damage as you can, like, from safe distance.
And
obviously.
considering how they've been punished by buybacks before, I don't really think Fnatic are interested in.
I mean, they did
Truly
400,
aggressive.
400 damage to the tower, so that's something.
Sure. Yeah, you don't have to commit heroes. You commit the Forward Spirits with the Alacrity.
Yep. Gem is almost up. Roshan will spawn in a minute. So, yep. And then the next night will come in minute 36.
Yeah. Well, they could force it a little bit early with the night time. And there's actually, yeah, gem in the hands of DJ. Looks like also a BKB getting closer and closer for Ohio.
Yeah.
Now about 800 gold away from completing it.
Yeah, they just need to wait for all those items to be done, then go siege. Because if they make another mistake and Doom gets more items, then it could be troublesome later. Because Doom can eliminate the Invoker, which is your most farm hero out of the fight every single time.
And even for Gyrocopter, he's not quite reached the point where he does much damage through the BKBs, but he gets a butterfly, then you put like another item on top of that, and suddenly he becomes a bigger threat moving forward.
Yeah, like Fnatic's heroes is like they want to control the tempo, control your vision. They don't really have like a strong like carry hero. Like all their heroes are semi-carries. So if Empire can actually get to that stage with the Enchantress getting another item, maybe a moonshot, and then the Gyro getting the butterfly done.
Ooh,
Doom.
hello. Hello?
Ohio thinks he has teammates.
Yeah, yeah,
He's actually alone. Well, his teammates are on
He
his
doesn't
side.
believe it's this good.
Why is that guy standing there alone?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense, because literally it doesn't.
Only Ohio knew the truth.
It's like, are we a 4K
You know,
game now?
when you're like playing the Bear Idol or the Beastmasters and you see heroes like this, sometimes you look at the player who's playing that hero. Like if you look at maybe someone who tends to always be alone, like maybe Hovos, then maybe you go for the play. But if you look at Burning Sling at that position alone, you know he's not alone. That's like the mentality of the player sometimes. Like Burning will never be there alone.
Right. Fnatic are now very much aware Roshan is up.
And
At the same time, Empire now very much aware that Fnatic is moving around here, and they're going to get rid of the wards. Again, like this is why Empire can't have nice things.
contesting Roche, like the Bat Rider around the Roche pit. We saw last time you get one hero on a cliff with Lasso, you've got the Deafening Blast, you've also got the potential for a Flame Brick. I think Empire just cannot contest this.
It
They're
does look
grouping up
very
to smoke though,
dangerous.
so is that Empire making him?
I think it's they realize Net's still on the bottom lane. Like, he
They're
keeps
coming.
showing him on the bottom lane, so they know this isn't a very quick Roshan. Like, Net's gonna jump him now and do the work. So they will kill off Roshan. This is Aegis and Cheese. Tomato trying to buy a little bit of space. Pull down, goes to work. Aegis he was in the hands of Net. Cheese, it gets into the hands of Rams. He's also got the butterfly, but again, Ohio trying to clip him, and he's going to be able to do it. BKB or not, he's stuck up there, and they'll just pick up. Well, actually, no, yep, they'll take out the line. Ursa not too healthy, burns the XC model.
Zara's no TP, he can't get down.
That's a problem. He's gonna drop the cheese, so someone can give him a TP troll, so he can TP down. The Sunstrike's looking for something here, so now it's Afterlife who will blink himself down up the hillside. What, Tomato? Send him up, at least put the Blink Dagger on the cooldown, but that's going to be all is now. Maposhka, oh, just careful with 4 staffs.
Wow.
Helps with the damage.
Good fight for him.
Glimpse?
Yep, there he goes. Glimpse on the Invoker. Yules doesn't cancel that one. In fact, he's going to stealth Yules. And can't invoke anything to get himself out of that fight. So,
Oh my god, is Empire actually gonna turn this game around?
anything is possible. This is the one of Dota. But look at this. Like right now, we're looking at a freaking wave graph. It's like Fnatic build a big advantage and then some horrible fight them happens. And Empire gets something back in return. This will also be a tier 2 tower. If they can get the buyback from the Invoker and delay that side device of his, might be even better unless that's meant to be a defensive Lincoln Sphere. DJ caught out. They don't have Glimpse because the sound's over on King Ana as DJ, man, he gets blocked in time. He's trying to drop Gem on the high ground to someone else from Fnatic to try and recollect it. But not going to happen. Ohio, he doesn't have his 4-staff available. He does have the BKB. But they're trying to keep Empire away from their tier 3 tower if possible.
This is not looking good for Fnatic right now. They might be forced to use their buybacks. Alright, that's one buyback.
Yeah, that's the Night Stalker. Makes it so Empire at least feel a little bit more defensive, and it's fine. Like, Night Stalker buys back, what does he really delay? If the Invoker buys back, you say goodbye to your early hex. I say early.
It probably delays. I think like the best item probably you could get is a Vlad's for his team.
Okay,
For the Ursa. Yep, but that's the
Protection
link.
from the Glimpse and the Doom.
That's the Lincolns for the Invoker. This is actually really stressful for Fnatic right now because the game has started to fall into like the timing window of the Doom and the Gyro. Like these two heroes plus the enchanters are becoming really strong right now towards the later stages of the game. And Ursa is like kind of limited, you know, like what you can do right now, and you're not ahead. That's the Ursa. Like the Ursa is actually not that rich.
Where are all these gems now? So you got one over from Scandal. I'm assuming the other one's back on Courier. And both of these gems belong to Fnatic. Empire haven't had to expend any cash for a gem. And they still have cheese over on Ramses. Another thing to keep in mind during the next fight. They would need to instantly pop down that Gyrocopter who's got 2k life and the evasion of Butterfly.
Yes, Butterfly. Yeah, like there's no MKB, so as long as he's able to pop his BKB before the lasso happens, then he should always be fine. This is actually looking pretty good in team fights for Empire. They have completed so many of their big items for the late game.
And it's not just 1 or 2 heroes, they've truly got the damage spread across 4 of their cores.
Here comes Fnatic.
Oh, this has to work.
And there's all 5 heroes from Empire. They're ready. They're waiting. Batrise can roll. Gets the Blink Lasso. Dragging over Ramses as Net goes to work over on the puck. They already got the drops down with the finger. Jet to take the Gyrocopter as well. He couldn't get the cheese off in time, and Afterlife slowed down by that ice wall of the Invoker. They just can't work. They have to back out. And Team Empire now 3 heroes on the sideline, 2 of them with buyback.
I
That's
thought they were ready for that.
To do so.
They looked like they were ready for that, but apparently not. Like Gyro didn't manage to pop his BKB and...
Well, they couldn't see him. They couldn't see him, right?
So that's the thing, it's like, oh, we've got the high ground advantage. No, not against Night Stalker. Night Stalker has always got the high ground advantage, even when on the low ground. He sees you before you see them.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They have to buy back. If they lose this mid-rax, I guess life is already hard enough when you're defending from inside your base.
And they're still not buyback. They're gonna lose their racks.
Yep. I bet
I guess
really
the call,
choice.
I guess the call is not to buy back.
You got no recall. Like, okay, King R is the most exposed. The impetus damage on the mid one actually dropping down to half life, and just okay, yeah, they're gonna try and avoid the buyback. Doom's up in 3 seconds time. They don't have fortification still, so the range racks will fall. And with a glimpse on the DJ, Fnatic may be forced to fight. DJ is just going to try and TP out. Not going to happen with Infernal Blade there. So DJ will be the sacrifice.
Well, I kinda
And they keep the melee racks alive.
Yeah, I kinda expected them to lose the melee racks. Okay, range rack is fine for not using the buybacks.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Like Fnatic were really afraid of like committing fully on getting both the racks. They were like really careful.
Committing hard against Glimpse, like, there it's just a Night Stalker, but if you commit your core heroes, it could have been an Invoker or something, so...
A 40-minute Mask of Madness for Ramses.
What? What?
Is he...
No,
Helm of the Dominator.
no, Helm of the Dom.
What?
Yeah,
It flashed up. It most definitely said Mask of Madness.
He must have misclicked and then, yeah, he must
And
have
then
had it,
instantly
yeah.
solved. Yeah, that would be...
No, I saw it as well, I'm like, that makes no sense.
Like what?
Okay.
I know today,
We're not
but-
going insane. And the players themselves,
It's like, when did we start this day?
So Roshan, it's gonna take a while before it spawns, and Fnatic
Smoke.
lost all their gems, right? They do not have any more gems.
There's one gem sitting on the courier for Team Empire. If you're meaning Fnatic, yeah,
Yeah.
they lost all their gems.
He's gonna build a helmet, a Sage into Heaven's Halberd, I guess, on the Night Stalker next, instead of the Blats I was talking about before.
That's that Jar. That Jarvis BKB is dropping a fair amount of time. Afterlife initiates. 3-4-3 is going to get the Hex off. Ram's in his way, and they have to know they're smoked up with the Tornado. Picking up the Doom, the EP burns. There's no stun to keep him in range of the EMP.
Hope they see the bat.
Can they get him? There's your Doom. Dream Coil as well. Ohio. Oh, he'll go down. At the same time, okay. Wow. That Invoker just wrecked the Disruptor.
Life of a support against Sport Spirit.
Yeah, you feel like you're playing 5v7 when you're a support against Invoker.
Look at the play from mid one as well. Actually, no, he's TPing out. I thought he was going to run down towards that bottom lane, push out a little bit, and then join the rest of his team for defense.
But you can see like the game is getting a lot harder for Fnatic right now because Empire's heroes are scaling much better. They're getting a lot more strong. All their heroes can do damage.
Invoker scales pretty damn well into the late game.
Yeah, but you're relying on one hero to do damage,
Yep.
whereas Empire's like what? They have a few heroes that can do damage. Gyro, Doom, Enchantress.
Once he gets the Octarine, I'm having a lot more confidence in this Invoker.
Yeah, and
But can
Gyro
he-
BKB is
Can
getting
he
very
do it
short.
all alone?
He has
Dude,
a little bit
it's
of help.
Invoker. He's never alone. He has magic. Magic is his friend.
He doesn't have any like true good late game carry alongside him, but he's got great kind of control from heroes like Lion, Batrider, the vision advantage of a Night Stalker. So it's all this utility on the side of Fnatic versus the firepower of Team Empire.
I guess-
I could definitely
guess
see your point though.
Both the Australians here have a lot of faith in Fnatic.
Yep.
I have faith in Invoker.
Yes.
I think we have
Plus
all
one on that.
we have all seen what Invokers can do.
Even from this position,
Yeah, Invoker's
without
a
an
true
actual
late-game
carry.
Invoker is a carry in the late game, from what I've seen at least.
Yeah. I just wouldn't push him past like 55 because then you're gonna hit a point where Invoker is pretty much capped out. Like you could sell the Yule Scepter next for something else.
Refresher?
Yeah. Yep.
Get that
Refresher would make sense.
Yeah, like Refresher Hex, have the Refresher in your stash perhaps.
He can't get both though.
Oh, he keeps it in his courier or stash, the Refresher that is. A lot harder to use that double combo mid-team fight though, so you're always you're not gonna get full value out of a Refresher if you have it as a 7th item versus a 6th item.
Roshan hasn't spawned yet, just over a minute before he's back. Like you hear Fnatic were pinging out the mid lane,
And also
but then they instantly draw a line saying, let's move up this direction. So we're assuming they prepare a gank where they believe Empire is going to come to stop them from doing Roshan.
And Empire just completely hightail it to their base because they know any fight that's going to happen, Fnatic will always have the vision advantage. They'll always see them first and
they
get that
coming in?
massive jump.
Yeah, they're coming in.
What?
They got 3
Alright.
buybacks available. Gyro as well as Doom all have buybacks for this. They don't see the opening, and now Ohio
Oh, Doom?
Afterlife is probably the only one they can reach here, and there it is. Blink, lasso, but the Dream Call is going to keep Ohio actually absolutely nowhere. He's got his BKB up. They'll force off him out right now. Actually, that is an Aghanim's ulti from the puck, and Ohio's going to go down because when he got stunned, and he's trying to run himself out of here. It's that impeded damage. They've got to stop this, but Candle too far up. There's going to have a buyback out from the Doombringer, but that damage is still there from the Enchantress, so he just uses the rest of his teammates as human shields to try and find another hero opening. As he'll be thrown up towards the air. Now that is one way to stop the damage. EMP burned it all off, and another gem now being lost.
Man, the Doom was like, I don't know, man. Again, it's in such a far position. He used his buyback. They got a 2-for-2 trade.
I don't think it's as bad as it looks to us because from his perspective, he was farming at his tier 3 tower. Like, is he really far up, Winter? You're like, okay, these creeps are hitting like at my tier 3 tower. Yeah, they're not hitting the tower because you're gonna creep wave, but
Disruptor. At least dodge the Sunstrike. But these 4 spirits are coming over to look at Roshan. Tornado will fly, DJ's giving all the vision, EMP as well. The 4 spirits are still causing issues. Finally, okay, one of them's being converted over by the helm of the Dominator. So one now fights for the cause of Adaya. And then he resummons, and now it doesn't fight for him anymore.
They're gonna try and steal the Roshan.
3-4-3. He can actually blink into an almost ravaged right now. The cat's down 3 heroes. The cooldown's on the way. Definitely Blast Finger, Death Disruptor. He's clipped and will burn to the meteorite. But Roshan, 600 life. The Sunstrike will hit, but Roshan, it's flown to Empire by another tornado up by mid one. Does he have the control? He does. Twist down the ice wall. 3-4-3. Burns the Aegis Simono, which is in the hands of the Enchantress. The lasso Ramses. Put him up on the hillside so he'll actually consume the cheese, but could be stuck on a very unadvantaged spot. Afterlife so low and the Force Spear is still in there to finish the jump. Ramses, where do you go? Like, you're locked in here. DJ still fighting over on the side, but Ramses just has to burn. A double kill will be there for mid one. 3 heroes down for Empire. Only the Gyrocopter has buyback. And they're already making a break for mid. Net's trying to find himself an opening. Scandal was the closest thing he was going to get. The Observable actually sees him going in. He's got Blink off cooldown, and he blinks and instantly attacks into the Enchantress. The Sunstrike, it's going to be enough to get the kill. This will open up the mid-racks, and they can go for any other lane with no tier 2 towers up, and Empire just they buy back. They need to defend this, but they're out of position. The Gyrocopter set up, has the PKP up, but Net's all over him. Ramses, the damage output, even force off out, the line will go down the Gyrocopter. He gets a flank and burst damage, but Net will die underneath the tier 4 towers. A little bit too deep there. As mid one has to escape back out again.
Got the gyro that bought back, so like it was really good.
I think I got a bit lucky to kill the gyro with the bash.
Yeah, he got that bash.
Gyro also like seemed to turn around and stop
man.
running for a second, perhaps the pathing around those tier 4 towers, but
They still need to get the racks. Like, that's what they came here for.
they forced buybacks, I guess.
You want the racks.
Yes.
Like Scandal, Ohio. He really, really wanted that.
Dire structures are
He's not going to get it, however, and that Impetus damage is still a huge problem. Tornado, EMP.
You say they want that rack. Mid one's like poking
Radiant's
closer and
top
closer,
tower
and finally
is under
decides it's not
attack.
worth his life.
Do you guys keep count how many times Fnatic clipped Empire Heroes this game?
It's at least 4.
4 or 5.
Yeah, because you had 2 in one fight as well.
2 in one fight, and then we had a couple in a row. We had the one where they had picked up the cheese and got stuck. Yeah, it's been 4, I think. For Empire, thinking like, who's someone buying 4 stuff here?
I mean they have both. They have a 4 staff on Enchantress.
Oops, I got that one. It's like their only real kiting though against the Ursa.
Yeah.
I say that when you've also got Nagadim's Dreamcoil as well as Glimpse, so maybe they got a little bit more.
I think the main change they could have made was go for the 4 staff instead of the Glimmer Cape on Disruptor. Having a second 4 staff would have perhaps helped them a lot more this game.
I think this Aghanim Scepter upgrade may also be a very big help. But they need to give him an extra 700, 800 gold. That's not going to happen when Puck does things like that.
Oh, this item might be useful. Look at the PKBs on the gyro. 5 seconds.
Halberd. Even on the Enchantress too.
Yeah.
He's been building into that for a very long time though. Like, we're 15 minutes into this game practically. And he started that like, I think it was 15, 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
He started that Halberd.
And I remember you saying that 55 minutes is the timing where you would worry about Fnatic.
He took a long time to build it, Toby, just because he knew it'd be better the longer it took. It's like, oh, don't worry guys, we got it now.
It's just like a fine wine. I'm sorry, this Halberd can only be created if I barrel it. Okay, Ramses is also starting to increase his money. He's going to have a Satanic fairly soon. Is that, in fact, that's a Shiva's Guard for Afterlife. Currently sitting there. What? He's too short of the money for it, however, so it's just sitting there for the moment. But the Gyro is 5.9k. If you're thinking Rapier, I don't think this is the game for that.
Skadi might be nice too.
Guys,
It's really good versus.
I really like the Abyssal Blade after the Satanic. Oh, he's picked up Demon Edge. What's he
Okay, so he's going damage.
Rapier. Yeah.
Well,
Does he need NKB?
he needs to live.
Oh, against the Night Stalker.
They're going to disrupt the Glimmer Capes himself to get back into the base. Ohio is on the hunt with a haste rune. Going to get zoomed up as well as Dreamcoil. They'll take the stun and then see if they can push Ohio far enough away he'll survive. But DJ locked inside that disruptor ulti. They're going to lose too.
Great initiation from Afterlife. If
Dire's middle barracks
Empire ever get the initiation in these fights, they got it.
I got the racks.
Objective achieved. That's what it's all about.
A fight where Empire get the jump is a fight Empire will win every single time. Like, getting a Doom on the bat right before he lassos, that just shouldn't happen if you're Fnatic.
Okay, he ran for the Rapier.
Okay. I was kind of with you too. I didn't think it was necessary this game.
Are you really that far behind? It's
Nah.
Like,
they're not even that lacking in terms of damage, so I don't know. I mean, it's still fine.
But there's also no hero on the Radiant side that's going to make much use of a rapier. If you should lose it.
Yeah, but it's like a unnecessary
Yeah,
risk.
it's like you lose
Yeah.
it, you just lost.
Because you don't need the rapier to
huge-
win the game.
one,
Obviously,
one fight to go poorly when a Night Stalker is just like, hey, I can see you and you can't see me. Surprise, I now have your eyes.
Even if there's no Radiant heroes that benefit a lot from rapier, it's still a like 12k gold.
it's just
Should you
the
give it
risk,
up?
like the overall risk. Like I don't feel like Empire in a position where they are so desperate that they need something like this to actually win
Yep.
the game.
Over something else that like could have been a lot simpler, like MKB or Daedalus, like that could have worked. Actually, just completing a Satanic.
I even think like just getting more HP. Like as long as you survive, then you'll be fine. Like even a Skadi.
Your Satanic is going to give you that
Like
more
Satanic
HP
Skadi,
eventually.
like Skadi's good versus the Ursa in team fights as well. So
Oh yeah, more kiting.
yeah, you can kite him around.
So, see, now you start to worry. Like, this Ursa is 50 gold away from having an Abyssal Blade. If you could jump in and get that initial stun.
And if I'm the Ursa now, I'm gonna think about all-inning this Iroh, getting his rapier.
Yeah. Even if he doesn't get to pick it up, like the Invoker drops his Heal Scepter and just grabs up the Rapier, you'd still be really happy with the result.
Yeah, just dying to the gyro at this point is well worth it for net.
They just need to get that Rapier back. That's the only downside. There's still so much control coming out from Empire. Like, you got two, like, Aghanim's upgraded great control ultis out from Empire. Like, both the Storm as well as the Dream Call. And this Enchantress is still pumping out so much bloody damage. Like, she's got a Moonshine completed on herself at the moment. Like, I just don't know how Fnatic really deal with that. Like, 'cause you worry about the Gyrocopter, and then the Enchantress tears you apart. But then you attack the Enchantress, the Gyrocopter's going to tear you apart.
You deal with it by putting the gyrocopter on the cliff again. I had this weird just feeling that gyrocopter is going to end up on a cliff around Roshan.
Well,
Like, I can
the
just-
Rapier just sits
Something
on the
tells me
hillside.
like 5 minutes from now there's going to be a Roche fight and Gyro's going to get stuck on the
Do
cliff.
you just bait it? You leave the Rapier sitting on the hillside. Would you like to come for this? You can if you want to, but if you do, we'll probably kill you. And there's just that device now over on mid one, so he won't be dropping that. He sells his Heal Scepter for it.
Yep.
Still has buyback available. And Roshan's still away, like a decent spawn time away.
If anything, Empire went back before Roche comes back up because every Roche fight's not exactly gone well for them.
It really hasn't. Ursa's now at the point where, wait, did he just... Okay, so
was,
Net's
yeah.
buying the gem and delaying up his buyback.
The core's buying the gems this game for Fnatic, not the supports.
That's
What's it for though? Like you
what's
get
Lion getting? Nothing.
4 stuff,
He
Ghost
didn't
Scepter,
have money
Blink
for
Dagger.
Gem, but Night Stalker didn't have money for Gem, or almost had money for it.
You can kind of understand
It's when you want to like this second. It's like right this second, Empire could have a ward on us, which could give them a Blink Doom initiation. We lose a game. So if you're 100 gold short, you ask someone else to buy the gem. And I think from Net's perspective, he's just wants to play it safe and hold on to his buyback as well.
Like the lines being drawn by mid one. I don't know really what that's meant to mean, but there's 3 purple lines all drawn down towards the Empire base on every single lane. Let's push
the-
everything. It
It's
must
the
be
keep
assumption.
everything pushed out. Keep them. It's the let's starve them out. Keep them in their base so we get a free Roche.
Look how long they have to wait though. It's almost
Yep.
2.5 minutes, but Empire, they're starting to group up as 5 and come out through the bottom. They're peeking out in the hillside because they're trying to find the vision of Fnatic, but Fnatic's vision is a lot more defensive, and it's only this. Like, you got this ward, but I don't want to count that. That doesn't give you jack all.
Oh, here comes
in
the
this.
bat. Is he gonna go in?
Need the Night Stalker vision.
That is so ballsy if they can do it. DJ's going to give it to him. So they can see it. BKB, trigger the Lincoln Spear. And, well, no lasso. Too much damage. He'll take this on as well from the Dream Call. The BKB is worn off. And Ohio's going to go down. He did soak up the Doom as well. They're trying to find some vision to get a glimpse of. 3-4-3 is the one over in the tree line. And the Bat Rider, well, he's back well.
Invoker BKB there too. I think scared of a glimpse because the Shivers like clipped him at the edge. I don't think Empire even realized the Shivers had clipped him, but
They see the Obs ward, but they need someone with range to kill it. Okay, 3-4-3 is going to do the job for him.
it's very hard to first break the Lincolns on Puck and then also lasso him afterwards.
Yeah.
Unless Puck is really so. I think you just
Nah.
can't go for that play. That's
You can't go for the
that's
flood,
a
I think.
yeah. At this stage of the game, it's a mistake from a high to even try and make that play onto the Puck.
Anyone else but the pup.
Yeah.
This is basically it.
Satanic is now down Ramses, but does not have buyback. with this purchase. In fact, with the buybacks going on, like, because Batrider did buy back in that last little engagement, didn't really achieve much for it apart from Empire backing away from Roshan and the rest of the fight. But you still got, like, you can have a double Invoker in the fight. Because mid one, obviously he's going to have those BTs, just TP on top of a hero. With his buyback, he's looking good. Batrider's actually now going to go for an Ether Lens. Oh, they're still waiting. Roshan's up in 20.
It's back to daytime for a very critical moment of this game.
They have darkness, so
They can force it. Mid one's going to get the vision up too, but his Tornado's on cooldown for the moment. Another 3 seconds.
Almost a preemptive darkness just to like secure the Roche area, de-ward everything, knowing that even a max Roche respawn is guaranteed to respawn in the next 15 seconds at max. So they make sure that darkness is there ready.
This is so frustrating to play against the Night Stalker.
Well, that's the thing. If you're Empire, you're like, we're stronger in a team fight, but we can't contest Roshan because of the lasso on the gyro pulling him onto a cliff. Yeah, it's the cliff. You have a 4-star, but let's say Enchantress gets dealt with elsewhere. Like, there's a good chance Enchantress gets blown up by a lion, for example, and suddenly Gyro's on the cliff, Enchantress is dead, game's over.
Okay. Do you give something like the Aegis Immortal to Ohio and like cheese to net?
I like it.
Just-
Ohio with Aegis sounds good.
Just because like Ohio's the one initiating and he keeps soaking up Doom, he keeps soaking up different abilities. But it looks like they're going to give it to net. He'll take the Aegis Immortal and DJ holds on to the cheese.
It's Ohio has been the number one. He's the number one Doom target before pre-lasso, so
Smoke movement by Empire.
this is a let's kind of catch Fnatic by surprise kind of play.
Yeah, they just picked up Aegis. They'll never be expecting this.
It's an odd direction to run. Well, they're drawing towards the top lane. I'm not. Yeah.
Really? This looks like
doesn't make sense.
like a
Yeah.
wrap around. Like this has to be like a run through that
And
direction.
as soon as Fnatic sees the middle lane, they're gonna know what's up.
Yeah. This has now entered the base.
It's 2 minutes of daytime.
But they're ready. Here they come. Net reveals the smoke, and instantly into darkness.
Yep.
They still see Disruptor, Silence, Void. Can they get a pick off? And he just, okay, with a 4-star up, they let the lasso go off, and they got Ramsey's drag back handle. He's looking for more. The Deafening Blast making it difficult. Ramsey's so damn low. Rapier, keep it in mind. He turns on the Titanic, instantly up in life. The damage is ridiculous. DJ almost down to just the impedance as well. Net's back into the fighting world. He wants Ramsey's, but he will not get it.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, the damage is huge, but you're still, like, your home is still in trouble. Your tier 4 towers are dropping low. You gotta come back.
so close to getting in before.
He took 2 hits to get back up to
my
70,
God.
like 80% life. Like, that's the second Satanic play we've had. Vibe before,
Yeah.
now it's gonna be
That's
Gyro
what we were
comes up.
mentioning, that they didn't have to actually take this sort of risk because they had more than enough damage to actually win the team fights. They just need to make sure that Ramses doesn't die in the team fight.
Oh, delay the push any way you can.
I mean, it looks like we're on course for a third game.
It's quite possible, but you never know. This rough keeps swinging.
Radiant's middle tower.
It is, however, the first time Empire have really had such a big advantage in the game. And what do you really lose here if you're Fnatic? Like,
Radiant's middle tower.
Empire is still being very tentative about pushing up. The Tornado just, okay, it didn't actually pick up most of the creep wave, but the meatball should be able to do a lot of that work.
And if you're Empire, you are scared of a Batrider buyback. Okay, so it's on cooldown. Never mind. So
Yeah, it's just the Ursu who's got it currently, but they don't know this. And now, well, Silence from Scandal, jumping on top of TJ. He'll take the stun, but then 3-4-3 jumps in, finger of death. Ramsey! He's still got the rapier, and it's down! It's on the deck! Somebody pick it up! It's still on the ground! Net! Oh boy! Where is it?
he's leaving it.
They don't... No, they're out there! We'll find it in a moment!
Oh, Night Stalker has the rapier. Night Stalker has
Night Stalker has rapier. Okay, so DJ's got the damage. Empire has it all gone horribly wrong. The damage from the Enchantress almost killing off mid one for DJ. He's pumping out almost 600 a pop, and the Enchantress hides in the tree line. I think she dies from this fall even. Yep, she does. Hits the ground. Gems come back the way of Empire.
Okay, blame me for that.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Game 3. Gone.
Whoa.
At least it's on the Night Stalker, but it's still on the Night Stalker. He's got 2.9k gold now.
Get some AC or something into the picture.
Look at the swing!
Do you believe in the late game Invoker now, Winter? Do you believe?
Well, was that really the late game Invoker, however? Like, that Lion made so much space.
Lion and Invoker bursting down the gyro there, they just do so much damage before he can even get off his BKB, and Empire don't have a good counterplay to it.
Oh, boy. At least the upside for Empire is, yes, Enchantress is down for the count, but both the side lanes are pushed in pretty heavily for Fnatic. If they're going to go for this, like, they may be considering the GG push. Oh, yeah, the creep wave can push up to your mid, and then you go for something else. Afterlife, oh, he's caught out. DJ can't stop disrupting. He does not want to have that bomb down. And they're going to get the kill, and goodbye, Doombringer. Buyback is off cooldown, so we can use it.
Oh no, what was he doing again?
Gyro's 2 lives for this fight, so...
Lion's also not there. I'm just going to flag that one too. They're missing one of their big heavy disables. And Empire, well, fortification's down. Now they're going to throw up the wall and the ulti over on mid one. Support's moving forward as they get the drink call off as well. Mid one not looking too healthy. He's going to die. And Ramsey's, well, he BKBs and he actually gets 1200 gold for killing a beyond godlike Invoker. Time for another Rapier, boys. 5.1k in the bank. You may as well.
Yeah, at this point you may as well.
Yeah, he actually has to.
Yeah,
It's
getting the
only way.
Rapier now is
Now
fine.
it makes sense.
Wait, hang on.
Oh, he's going to need it. He wants that 5 back.
Yeah, he's got just enough.
Yeah, if he bought the relic first, he wouldn't have had back, I believe.
No, I don't think he really cares too much. Like, once he's got the full Rapier, he'll just commit.
He doesn't care at that point. It's more before you have the full Rapier. It's a bit silly to buy one component that's gonna break your bank.
Well, this is nice for Scandal. He gets a side device up against a Night Stalker who obviously wasn't expecting to have a Rapier. So he doesn't have his BKB for protection.
So Night Stalker should get a BKB now, so he can just run in and kill the supports.
Well, he's got 4k gold. We could do it, just sell the urn. Think a little bit longer to wait for Roshan.
There's a decent amount to go through the BKB with the Ags on the Enchantress. Got the puck with the Ag Stream Coil, so...
Well, Team Empire pinging out here. Like, the Doombringer's currently going walkabout up on top lane. He's not going to find anything here. But the rest of Empire is ready to attack on the bot lane. It's like they are looking for a pick-off just to create space and say hello to your Rapier.
Nice. What a way to end day one here.
Rapier versus Rapier, both belonging to the Gyrocopter. But there's thieves among us.
Yeah, Fnatic were the team that were buying all the gems earlier, so now Empire's the team that buys all the Rapiers this game.
I'd rather be... next time I'm playing against you, I'll buy you a gem if you give me a Rapier, okay? I'll take that trade.
That's obviously an even trade.
Look, I'll give you 2 gems for a Rapier. How's that sound?
343 just bought a Veil of Discord. He doesn't have it on him before this fight's going to begin.
It's all about the burst onto the gyro pre-KB. They know they can get him with lockdown, and there's no like Empire can't counterplay it, but they just need to maximize that damage output.
TJ bought a Vlad's. So he doesn't buy the BKB, he gets the Vlad's instead.
He'll have buyback as well as the Vlad's at this stage of the game is such a good item to have just because it's percent base bonus damage.
But it's better to have a BKB when you have a Rapier, I guess.
But even if he loses the Rapier and buys back, his vision is what can be game changing. So.
I suppose like the 3 major controllers as well. Like, you think about it, Storm goes through BKB, Trickle goes through BKB, Doom goes through BKB, and the Enchantress as a major attack also goes through BKB. It's also quite Ramsey. Get on down. Secondary. Rapier to be given over. Ramsey is down. The Rapier is on the deck. Pick up a second one, why don't you? Scandal's trying to pick up, and he's got it. It's in his hands right now. Net's in a little bit of trouble. Doomed up, but Arflux is being pushed out. Mid one's doing some work, and Net, the Storm, got enough to kill him off. 343 attempted the denial, but really, Empire, you've lost too much now. They're pinging out the top racks. They can have a crack at it. This is the Yules on the deck. Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. That was so Puck could at least give the Rapier back over again to the Gyrocopter, but he can't buy back.
Yeah.
So top racks will go down. Roshan becomes available. But do you just keep going at this point, knowing there's no secondary, there's no gyro again?
Yeah, absolutely. They don't know for sure about the gyrocopter buyback status, but they should have a pretty good idea. When you're buying a rapier in a kind of desperate position such as this, it's well worth
At
forcing
least
the
you
high
want to
ground.
force the buyback.
Yeah, force the buyback.
Yeah.
On Fnatic's side, you have buybacks yourself to fall back on, and they're just pushing this very cautiously. Forward Spirit's in front.
Afterlife, jump forward, there's a BKB to go. Ohio needs a good target. Finger of Death's already gone on Afterlife, dropping him down to one side of his life. Sunstrike, a little bit off target, but the damage from DJ is still so huge. You block your Doombringer. Scandal will join him as well in the Afterlife. Phase shift will only delay the inevitable as DJ, he's just munching on everyone. He'll move over towards Scandal. The stance is there, but there it is. Good game, well played. Fnatic will 2-0 out Team Empire. And it looks like Whitewashes is the name of the game here in our primary stream for the ESL 1 Manila.
A lot of long, close games, though. It's crazy to think, like, all 2-0s, but none of the series felt like they were a clear cut. Even, like, looking at, like, Liquid versus Wings, for example, just before this, was like, Wings really tested them. Every single series today has been neck and neck, and Fnatic into the semifinals.
Yeah.
Really great showing from them.
So they get themselves a wonderful day off. Empire will go into the burner, having to play in one of the last 2 series tomorrow night. Of course, for all that information, you can check out all your wonderful